Hi, I'm Cher Johnston. Today I'm working on my Sue Spargo needle roll. And what we're doing first, it says use a number 20 tapestry needle and EZM75, number 5. The color is EZM75. It's a number 5 weight thread. Stitch a 4-round trellis stitch, page 114, around the edge of the center circle. So a trellis stitch starts with a back stitch, which I did already. And then I'm not allowed to show you the pages of the book, unfortunately. I did send a message and asked if I could do this, and she said as long as I don't show pages of the book, because that would violate copyright. So this is the trellis stitch. It's like I've also called this myself, I call this a detached buttonhole, because you're going around like a buttonhole stitch. So I'm going into each stitch with the eye end of the needle so that I'm not catching anything, and wrap the thread around the needle and pull through. And I think I'll fast forward this part so that you don't have to, I don't know, just because. All right. I'm at the end. Okay. Now, that's the end of the first round, and these are actually supposed to be pointing into the center. So now in the second round, I'm going between. Oop. Okay, that was the first round. Now the second round, I'm going to go into these stitches that we just did. Now also they're supposed to go folded into the center, which I didn't realize at first. So I may have to start over, but I'm going to try to not. So the other thing that it says is that if it gets too crowded, you can skip a loop now and then. But I think Um, I think I can just make it work. I didn't put my back stitches too close together. Okay, I think I might be starting on round 2 here. I mean round 3. But all right. So I think I made a huge error when I started, and I pushed those to the outside. I think I'm going to take it out and start over. Way back. All right. That was a pretty simple fix. I'm just going to go around the thread here. And then what I did before was I pulled it up. I didn't really tighten it. I want to pull it toward the center so that those get tight. And in toward the center. See? So there, that's the end of the first round. And then here is the second round. And I'm just going to make sure that I'm pulling toward the center. Whoop. Okay, so I think you get the idea. I'm going to do this off camera because it's a lot easier. Okay, I've done 3 rounds. I looked up and I looked at my directions. I'm supposed to put French knots in the center of this. So I'm going to end this off. Just going to go to the back. I only have 3 rounds, but I think it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to end this off. Then I'm going to get it says a number 15 milliners needle and number 3 EZM 22. I don't have a 15 milliners needle, and I think my number 3 thread would not fit. I'll be back. Okay, so here I have that this is EZM 22, and it's a number 3 pearl cotton. I don't have a number 15 milliners needle. I have a number 1 and a 5 and a 10, and the 10 is teeny tiny. So this thread, I don't know, I don't understand. I have a number 20 chenille needle. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to just not going to pull very tight. See if I can get this to work. Wow, those are big knots. So I need to scatter these around. Might help if I ended that off. I'll just hold it for now. There's 3 layers of felt here, so it's not this is just different. If you hadn't noticed, this is a new thing for me. I did some work on this a while ago, but it's been, I don't know, 2 years, maybe even more. Okay, I'm going to do 3 for right now, and I really want to move on because there's this Tête de Boeuf that I want to get to. I'll be back. Okay, well, it doesn't look like the picture, because I kind of screwed up. This yellow circle was supposed to not go out that far. Then I was also supposed to put this color of little French knots in the center there with those. But I didn't read the directions soon enough. So this is the, I'm just going to butcher this. No end. Tête de Boeuf. It's French for bull's head. And this is how it goes. It starts with this V stitch. And in the picture, they do it in one, like a scoop stitch. I can't get through like that, like this. I'm having a hard time with this. Then it goes from that to the added chain stitch there. And then down to the back. I'm not having much fun with this because I'm not used to stitching with this wool, and it's really thick. And this, by the way, this is supposed to be a number 18 chenille needle. I don't know. That might be a 16. I don't know. And then the Eleganza, pearl number 5, color EZM03. So I have the needle right and the color right. I think that these are also supposed to be right next to each other and completely filled in. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. And I'm certainly not going to be able to do that on camera. I'll do one more on camera so you can see. So it starts with a V stitch, like a fly stitch. And then put a chain stitch here. And I'm trying to just go through the top layer. All right. So it does look like a little bull's head. I'll do one more on camera. I'm going to finish these off camera and come back and do, I have quite a number of more steps to do. I think the embroidery is going to pretty much cover all of the circles. So there's our V, my wonky little V. If you know me, you know the wonkiness kind of bothers me a bit. But with this, I can't be bothered with it because, you know, that's what happens when you're new. All right. Those are cute though, huh? I'll be back. Okay, before I get to the bullion knots, I'm going to show you that, because I know at least one of my subscribers is going to want to Google that. That's the Tête de Boeuf. So next it says I'm supposed to use a number 3 milliner's needle. I have a number 1 and EZM 75, and I do a 10 wrap bullion knot. Here's the EZM. Nope. This is the EZM 75. Just double check. Yes, EZM 75. I do a 10 wrap bullion knot. And then I use the EZM 22. That's the other one, to do bullion knots on either side. So I'm supposed to go in this V here and do a 10 wrap bullion knot in each V, and then stitch a 12 wrap bullion knot on either side. So yeah, let's just go for it. So 10 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. That's kind of nice. So I'm going to go around and put all these in first. No, you know what? I'm going to do one more. And then just make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that at the time, I think when I bought this, there were photographs and other people were doing this on Instagram, and I went, oh, I want to join in. And I think that I didn't get the kit and get started in time to catch, everybody else. Didn't get in on the bandwagon quickly enough. So maybe I'll have to go and look, because it may have been from, I don't know, 2020, I don't know. Might have been a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see what I'm doing is I'm pulling too tight at the end, and that makes it tapered like that. But now that I know that I'm doing that, I'm not quite sure how to, I don't know how to make myself stop. Let's try it again. Because sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. And if you didn't see the earlier video where I did a tapered, I have a book that tells how you do a tapered bullion knot. What you do is you pull it through and then give it an extra tug. And so I need to not do that extra tug at the end, which is what I did there just a minute ago. All right. So that was probably entirely off camera. I'm going to finish these off camera and come back. I have a lot to do on this. So, yeah. All right. So I got all my bullion knots in there. And then the next step is a EZ37 number 8. That's this white. And stitch a chain stitch around the edge, which I'm almost done with. And I just thought I'd come on and jibber jabber just a bit. I'm liking this a lot. I like this chain stitch around the edge. It makes it very dimensional. It makes it look really poofy. Just really like it. Also, I did a search on YouTube for Tête de Boeuf, and Ariane Zurcher has a good video. But I like her channel. I like her videos. So she has a nice one. She's left-handed. She, I believe she worked with Sue Spargo, teaching left-handers. She's just really pleasant to watch. I might finish this off camera because it's just a lot easier, and my neighbors have the music blaring, and yeah, I can't get that on camera. So apparently I lost my sound, but I'm just telling you that I have a milliner's needle and EZM22, and I'm gonna do it's a number 8 pearl cotton, and I'm gonna do a double cast on stitch with 14 wraps. And I think I started counting You know, you do the right side and the left side, and that's one, but that's not how you count it, apparently. The right side is one, the left side is two, the right side is three, and then four, and then, anyways, you get the idea. I think I also made a comment about how it looks like a little bug. Kind of cool, though. I think here I was just saying that those should have had more in between, and I was just going to skip it. All right, there it is. I really like it a lot. I'm really happy with it. Sorry for the shadows. It's getting dark out. Um, it would look nicer if I added more of those Tête de Boeuf, the bull's head stitches, but I'm not gonna, just because I don't have to. Thanks for watching. Bye.